Everybody for Philadelphia 76ers. Here they come, Philadelphia on the run. Stand up and cheer. Number one, Philadelphia. Here they come, team of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Here come the Sixers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your
Williams in the penetration, and it's knocked away by Matumbo, but into the hands of Peterson. Antonio Davis.
76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody.
Let's go. Let's go, Sixers. Another hard fought win. No need to be hard fought, but hey, a win is a win. There's no such column as, oh, barely won. There's only a wins and loss column. And I'm happy that we added a number to the win column tonight. Jose, how you feeling about that, dub? How you feeling, man?
Looking at this box score right here.
Okay, I'm looking at it too. Talk to me. What stands out to you?
Ain't that the kid we wanted?
Oh Lord. So I didn't want to jump into that immediately. But let's jump into it. Berg just posted. Oh man, here we go. With all of the Halliburton praise. Let's not forget this guy averages 13.9 points a game. And I replied to Berg by saying, but Ben Simmons averages 0.
Yeah.
He averages 0. I think he might have been auditioning tonight. And I was talking to Carl during the game, and Carl said he's demanding Morey be on the phone tonight to figure out how we can work out a deal with the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, but wasn't they taking him and Hield?
So originally we were asking for him, Hield, Barnes, and a pick. And I think that's why Sacramento wasn't willing to do it. You giving up young players, old veteran in Harrison Barnes, a good veteran, and a future pick, and Sacramento just wasn't willing to do it. Do we lower the price for that same deal? I think lowering the price for that deal, man, maybe throwing them a bone, throwing them an extra player. Get him somebody else. I don't know who else, but yeah, Hill, Barnes, and Halliburton. That's exactly who it was. But I think they asked for a draft pick too, Nas. I think we wanted a draft pick too in the deal that we were sending Ben over there with. So I'm
Told you
loving it.
we was gonna have a Gabe Vincent tonight. There he
The
was.
thing is, Tyrese Halliburton isn't Gabe Vincent level because Tyrese Halliburton was drafted high. Tyrese Halliburton does have a very high ceiling and can ball. That Gabe Vincent shit was out of nowhere. Like, who is dude? I at least know who Tyrese Halliburton is. Like, I didn't know who Gabe Vincent was. So, uh, I'm not going to jump off a bridge and say make the deal tonight, make the deal tomorrow. But this is a team that a lot of people around Philadelphia, a lot of media around Philadelphia, we've been connected to as far as maybe making a deal. Until recently, they pulled out because they said Maurice asking price was high. But we got to see them minus De'Aaron Fox tonight play their hearts out and they led the majority of the game with
Yeah,
those
they
pieces
did.
that we trying to get. So
Yeah, they did. We ain't end up getting that lead back till beginning of fourth quarter.
yeah, yep. We got it as close as I think we tied it in the third. Then we went into the third down 2, but then the big fella asserted his dominance in that second half. Man, what is up with this team and being a tale of two halves? It's like the one thing I'm happy about. I'm happy that we play only good teams in the playoffs because when we play mediocre teams, we don't get up until the second half. We don't decide to start playing to the second half. When we play those good teams, it made it be good game the whole way through. But these mediocre teams they be pushing us to the limit in the first halves lately.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, man, but it is. All right. So we got the win, right?
Definitely got the win.
It's time to revise those over and unders.
Oh, damn. I was hoping he wasn't going to bring it up. I already calculated everything. Jose, you swept the over and unders tonight. 3-0.
You was doing a whole lot of talking in that pregame, Pop. Say that again.
Jose swept the over and unders tonight. He got all 3 right. Carl also swept the over and unders, got all 3 right. Me and Jen both went 2-1. So all of that, woo! You still are tied for first place with me. You're not in sole possession like I was.
But wasn't I in the basement last game? Come on, I'm asking the front. Wasn't I in the basement?
You was in the basement 2 games ago, and then last game you was tied. Everybody was in the basement except for me.
Listen, this right here is just an example of how fast the Sixers can go from the basement to the top. It's gonna happen. Mark my words.
All right, we got Berg in the comments. He said, "What's more of a testament of how good or bad they are? What they did tonight, or what they've been doing?" I believe he's talking about the Sacramento players, the people who we're trying to go after, and obviously it's what they've been doing. But like I said on your post, Berg, while I agree with you, at the end of the day, all of those players, what they've been doing is more than what Ben is doing. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying any one of those players is better than Ben, but if Ben's not, I done said Ben name like 5 times. If 2 5s is not gonna play, no, we could get a cheesesteak, Wallow and Gilly, and Will Smith to play, and it'll be more than what we getting from 2 5. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong, Bird. I'm not saying you're wrong.
This man is averaging 13 points a game, right? And he gives me 11 of them 13 points a game on a nightly basis. I mean, how many games in a row did we see Ben Simmons give us 3, 6, 4, 5 points, 7, 9,
and that's
back to
what
6,
I'm hitting at. Like
back to 4, sometimes 2. Just come out of nowhere with a game-winning tipping and just get 2. Remember that?
He had 5 that game. He had 3, and then the tipping made 2 more. He had 5. I know exactly what game.
No, but the other points came from the free throw line. He had 1 actual point on the field. So come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything that anybody else can bring that's more consistent than that is an upgrade 100%.
And that's what I'm saying. I get everybody. Don't get me wrong. I get everybody's. I don't want to say infatuation with Ben, but I get why people like Ben because what he brings to us in transition, what he brings to us on defense, is almost second to none. I hate to say it, but he's top 3 transition players in the NBA. He's top 3 on-ball defenders in the NBA. But he's not playing. So any trade we get for him is an upgrade. It's an upgrade at the end of the day. When you think if you have nothing and I give you something, that's more than what you had, right? That's more than what you had. So that's all I'm saying, Berg. I do agree with you. I understand what you're saying. Don't fall in love with the fact that Halliburton killed us tonight. Almost every guard kills us, and he only averages 13. While I agree with that, I also look at the facts, and the facts are we have a guy taking up $33 million that's not playing. So no matter what we get, it's an upgrade. And so we agree, Berg. So I just want you to know I'm not disagreeing with you, but I look at another portion of it. I look at the fact that anything we get for him is enough, man. Anything we get for him is enough. Big Daddy, what's up, man? What's up, Big Daddy? Was you at the game tonight? Was he at the game tonight? I ain't seen him out there. I wasn't looking at the crowd much, but I ain't see him out there.
If you ask me, 7 for 12.
Uh-oh.
8
Here we go.
rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. That's pretty efficient to me.
I don't know if
You didn't demand 30 points.
I told Carl, I said
You didn't demand 30 points. So I'm gonna go ahead out the limb and
say that was game number 3. Game
3 down, 7 to go. I'm just saying.
Did Tobias disappear at times? I will say yes. But when I look at the box score, 7 for 12 is very efficient. And what did we ask for him? We just asked him to be Embiid's Robin. And when you look at the box score, he was second on the team in scoring. He was second on the team in rebounds. Kind of Robinish to me and efficient. It wasn't like he shot 7 for 23. He shot 7 for 12. So I'm sorry, Carl, but that's game number 3. You could call it baby stats all you want, but that is officially game number 3. We are 7 games away from Carl coming on camera and saying, my bad, Tobias. I'm sorry. Tobias. And this is a key point right here. I noticed on Sixers 24/7 during the game, any timeout and during halftime, a lot of people on Sixers 24/7 was complaining, are we the least athletic team in the league? Our athleticism is killing us. Sacramento's speed is just exposing our team. And it did quite a bit. And if we add certain players, it definitely adds to our athleticism and the overall greatness of our team. When we need Seth out there to defend, we can say, hey, Halliburton, we can still have Halliburton out there on offense and not a liability on defense. That's all we're saying in that trade situation. They make us better today. Today they make us better. I want to go to an old comment right here. They requesting that the 30 over-unders come back because Embiid came back. Shout out Dan Holmes in the YouTube world.
Shout out to Dan Holmes. I see you over there in the YouTube world. Let's go. Our slogan here is don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. So tell your homies about Eat Sleep Sixers podcast. We here every game 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after the game.
Hey, Nasir, your comment at the bottom. When I say disappear, I don't mean he was a bum or anything. But if you look at the box score by quarter, he had the majority of that in the first quarter. His second and third was kind of, where are you at, Tobias? We down. We need some scoring. So when I say disappear, I just mean he top loaded the first quarter. He was heavy in the first quarter, and then it just slowly fizzled away. Because what he had, I think he had 9 in the first quarter.
Hey.
So to end with 16, it shows that in the middle of the game, it was like, where you at, Tobias? We need a little bit more from you. So that's what I mean when I say disappear. That's what I mean. Oh, here we go. Look, Carl want any reason to for this not to happen. He want any reason. No, Nas, it count. We saying it do count. Carl is the one trying to say it doesn't count.
Carl, listen, the proof is in the pudding. All right, he scored over 500. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out, bro. Cut it out.
I'm sorry, Carl.
His numbers are pretty efficient tonight.
This game definitely counts. This
counts.
Definitely counts. You being outvoted, even though this was your bet, Carl. I think that you take me and Jose's word as a part of this, and it's 2-1 right now. Me and Jose both are saying this game definitely counts as a good Tobias Harris performance. So that's 3 in a row. That's 3 in a row. You asked for 10. We got 7 more coming for you. We got 7 more coming for you. Oh, nah, I say he don't like it.
He got stink up the court, man. He got stink up the court. I need to see
Tobias. We've seen
I need to see like a 3 for 14 shooting from the field for that to be considered. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I said, where's Jimbo at? Jen is on her way back home from the game. She was so excited. She was texting
Score
us.
16, not 12, Carl. Don't try to cop out.
He tried to change everything.
Yeah, trying to change up.
And this will make it bad. He trying to speak for everybody. He under East Leaf 6's page too, talking about some thanks, Nas. No, nobody agrees with you, Carl, except for you.
How much did you pay Nas? Really? How much did you call him and pay him? Cut it out.
Key stats that we want to talk about. Well, we'll go back over the over-unders. I told you how everybody did, but I doubted Tyrese Maxey getting over 6 assists. He got 7. The assists for the team, we just beat it. The over-under was 23. We had 25 team assists. And Jesus, why did I pick the lowest number in the world for Embiid's free throw attempts? He had 10 in the first half.
Told you.
The over-under was 10 attempts for the game. He had 10 free throw attempts. So that's my bad for doubting the MVP, even though I took the over.
I don't want to like overdo it because I wanted to win this thing. So I just shut.
I took the over, so I didn't really doubt him. But I said to myself, he averages 10 a game. Let's see if he can get 10. And geez, he is on a rampage, man. If he's not the front runner for MVP, I don't know who is. They keep saying Joker still because Joker's dealing with so many. He's dealing with the injury to his second best player. I get it, but man,
come on, do people really understand what the meaning of MVP is, man? Like Joker could go through load management, and that team can win more games than this Sixers team can win without Joel Embiid.
Agreed. 100% agree. As much as I love my team, I'm a realist, and I do realize that right now we do have holes in this team. We do have glaring holes in this team that I'm sorry to say, but because we have the MVP, he's kind of erasing those holes. It doesn't look as bad. It hasn't hurt us as much as it would if he wasn't playing at an MVP level. So,
I ain't taking nothing away from Jokic. I ain't taking nothing away from him. But you don't see guys on ESPN, TNT, NBA and TNT bragging about Jokic these days. You know what name they bragging about.
Everybody's talking about the big fella because they know they recognize the eye test is all I need to see. I watch this dude every single game. I have not seen a Sixers game this season. And what I'm seeing, I said it the other day, I said this low key minus the defense reminds me of the 0-1 team. Whereas like, we putting all our eggs in Joel basket, i.e. we're putting all our bags in AI basket, and hopefully y'all can come follow along. Hopefully y'all can stay on for the ride. And it feels like that, man. He is single-handedly snatching the MVP from the NBA right now. And if he's not the front runner, I don't know what you're looking at. I don't know what y'all seeing. I know everybody in here agrees, but some of these people that's saying that he's maybe second or maybe third, I don't understand. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm pulling up the updated standings real quick to see if that game catapulted us any higher. Give me 2 seconds. Conference, we just moved up to third, brother. We are currently in the third spot, 2 games out.
I'm laughing because of I've been calling this for a while already. I've been calling it. And people will be talking crap. That's why I said I saved those screenshots. Y'all was talking mad shit. I could say that because we on the late night.
Kids sleep.
No, y'all on the group. There was a lot of people in the group talking a lot of crap, man. This team ain't nothing. Playing
Playing
team
team at best.
at best, and I quote, at best. That's what they were saying. At best.
Remember when Washington was in first place and everybody was like, even Washington got better. They're in 11th now. Remember when they thought
we in the top half.
we wouldn't catch? Remember when they thought we wouldn't catch Cleveland?
Yeah, that's what made me go off. That's what made me go off. I mean, I did give them a bigger cushion, saying that they will catch Cleveland by the All-Star break, bro. And guess what happened? That same week, they passed Cleveland. That same week, I posted that. No,
Before the All-Star break, we could easily be in first place, guys. We could easily be in first place, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. I feel as though, even though this was a tight game against an inferior team, I do see the growth in every player I want to see growth in. The way Maxi's just confidence, his confidence just, oh my goodness, is amazing. The way Joel is taking control of this team and saying, we're going to win or lose by me, point blank, period. Y'all pay me to be the man. I am going to be the man. The way these guys is taking on their roles. Danny Green, matter of fact, it's the 20-minute mark. It is the flower section. I am surprisingly giving my flowers today to Danny Green. That time that he took off because of his injury or whatever it was, I don't know what was wrong with him. Maybe he just needed to rest. You know, when you us old people, if you give us a break, we'll come back and be nice for a couple days. He was efficient. When he was on the court, he wasn't lost. He played defense. He did everything that I want out of Danny Green. Was he the best player on the floor? No, that's not what my flowers are for. Not for the best player, because if that was the case, Joel would get the flowers there. I'll just keep the flowers coming to Joel. I give it to the person that did what I needed them to do in the game, and that's Danny Green tonight for me. Who you got, Jose?
I have to agree, man. I gotta agree. I kind of like got a butt out for Maxey because he's showing me big things at the point guard position. He's growing. He's obviously hearing the criticism from other people, and he's stepping up in other departments that we normally didn't see before. Definitely didn't see last year. You know what I'm saying? But we're seeing a glimpse of the improvement, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if it just shows promise, if Morey doesn't emphasize the point guard position, at least we know that we have a kid that's working hard, that takes the constructive criticism, that's trying to improve. You know what I'm saying? He's giving us everything we need. So, you know what I mean? But I got to say Danny Green. I gotta agree with you because we've seen Danny Green stink it up. We've criticized him for it, and he's gotten some rest and he's brought some efficiency back with him from wherever he was at.
Wherever he was at, he was on the sideline fresh every game. Flowers for Drummond, limited minutes. And Sims, I agree. I don't know why. Like, I know the rotation is what it is, but doesn't it seem like Andre Drummond's minutes have dropped a lot lately? Like, every game, he like 13, 14 minutes. Like, I want to see if we can get him 20 minutes every once in a while. Like, I would love to see him out there. We've been begging for that Joel Drummond lineup a lot, but a win is a win. So I can respect Drummond getting some flowers at night too. I could definitely respect Drummond getting some flowers at night too. But we got to talk about the bad. Can we talk about the bad? I got two bads that I want to talk about, Jose.
I'm listening.
We can't have 19 turnovers against anybody. I'm sorry, say it again.
17.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 19.
I mean, you was there though. You was there.
We just can't have that in any game. I don't care who we're playing. We was playing the YMCA. If we was playing down some Sunny Hill league, ain't no way you can win a game like that. Luckily, it was against the Sacramento Kings. My second problem, man, I think Korkmaz, man, it's gotta, like, he might need one of those Danny Green breaks, man. Even if he's not injured, he might need a Danny Green break, yo. He doesn't. He doesn't.
Don't like his disappearing acts are the worst on the team. You know, we get down on to buy ass and and Danny Green and other players, but he has the worst
It's bad, man. It's
worst
bad.
efficiency numbers out of everybody on this team. Like the inconsistency is crazy with that man. Like he needs to be in that trade pack, whatever trade package they talking about. That like he really needs to be on that package.
Like I understand his minutes because if you notice when he's in there, he's usually the guy bringing the ball up. Because I mean, we only got Maxey as a true point guard. And he's not even a true point guard. I was about to say something crazy. We only got Maxey at the point right now, so I understand his minutes. But when I watch it, I'm just like, he gives us nothing, man. Nothing. Even the occasional three that he does make, it just be like, I'm just not confident when he's on the court. I'm not confident when he's open for a three. That's crazy that a three-point shooter can be wide open, and I really have no clue if he's going to make it. The confidence that I have in Seth, sometimes Danny Green, I just don't have that confidence in Cork, and that's supposed to be his specialty. It bothers me, man. I think he really might just take even if it's just one game, just Doc, tell him to just go find himself, go meditate, something.
And send him to you know what I mean? Send him down. Send him down to the G League. Send him down.
To get some minutes where it's
Maybe
like,
he'll
all right,
learn something from one of them young kids because he ain't learning nothing from any of these guys.
we got back into the game with Cork on the floor though, but look at what Cork did. What about Cork being on the floor changed things? He happened to be out there, but what about him on the floor changed things is what I'm saying. And like, I just look at him and watch him certain plays, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, now see it right there on the money, man. Like this, I can't even stress that enough. Like this is my biggest problem with him. You can't rely on him. That's the key word here. Unreliable. You cannot rely on Cork Miles at all.
I look at it like this. We've played teams where they were missing a lot of players and a lot of key players. We've played those teams, and they always had that guy who could step up and gave us a problem. Let's just knock on wood, this will never happen. Not even gonna say injury. Let's just say one day Doc Rivers wakes up and says, Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris, I need y'all to take a day. Take a day. Y'all good. Who on this roster is going to be the Tyrese Halliburton of tonight? Who? I'll wait. We hope Maxey. That's who we more than likely would look to because we've seen last year when he was forced to play and he had big games. But let's just take Maxey out the equation. Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey are not included on this list. If they're out of the game, they can't play for some reason. They just all three of them want to do something else. Doc gives them a break. Who on this roster could win a game against even a subpar team, let alone a good team? And that's what me about some of these bench players. I don't know what I get out of them. I can't wait for Shake to get back. I honestly can't wait for Shake to get back.
No, this is a good comparison. I would love for him to be that guy too, because Ginobili was an animal. He was an animal, man. That man had grit. We ain't got that with Court. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it's bad because how long he's been here now. Like it's not like this is his second year. Like we've been grooming him to eventually get in the role, and he finally got his shot this year. This is the first year that he's getting meaningful minutes. Last year he played a little bit. But this is his first year getting very meaningful minutes. And it's like, damn, do we need to start over? Do we need to send you to the G League to get? And it started off so good at the beginning of the season. And it's just, he's kind of disappeared. And it upsets me. I'm not giving up on Cork, man. I'm definitely not giving up on Cork. As long as he's wearing a Sixers jersey, I'm rocking with him. But, man, I just wish he could give us a little bit more consistency, man. I wish he could.
You know, if it was the other, like if his play was the other way around, like, you know what I mean? More good games than bad. We definitely won't be having this conversation. He'll be getting passes for that. But it's just overwhelming the amount of bad games that man be having.
Yes. 100% agree. Even and the crazy thing is, it don't matter where he's at. If he's starting, it's the same, maybe 6 points. If he's on the bench, it's the same, maybe 6 points. Like I would just love to see him have a 15-point outburst, hit 5 threes. I would love I would love to see something like that. Bunk that. Y'all gonna get up on my man.
Yo, I ain't gonna front. Listen, no cat. I was rooting for this man so bad because when Embiid first caught the COVID situation, Court was still on a tear. He had a stretch of games where he was just on fire. And then my back of my head, I was saying, be careful what you say. And I was just rooting for him because I just wanted to see, somebody hold this team down. I was like, all right, we got Court playing like this, and the rest of the team play their part. We'd be all right. What he did. He played all right. The first game on Embiid was messed up out of that, but he went spiraling down like you flushing something down the toilet in a heartbeat.
That's a fact. So that's all we want is consistency, and that's all we want is consistency, man. And don't tell me to get off your man's course because I'm gonna compare something. We was on Tobias. The fans in the stadium was on Tobias. He got in his feelings one night, and look at him now. He took that criticism, and I said it right here on the show. You show us on the court, the boos shut up. I ain't heard nobody boo Tobias in a while. I ain't seen him looking at the crowd mad in a while because you showing us on the court. We're going to support everything you do when you giving it your all on the court.
Yeah, that's all it takes. You know what I mean? That's all it takes.
That's how you shut up. You shut up a hater by succeeding. If you don't know that, then you're crazy. You shut up a hater by succeeding. And Tobias took that day and was mad, rightfully so. But he got back in the lab and he's been very ultra aggressive lately. And hats off to you, Tobias. And I hope you keep it up. I need you to do it at least 7 more games so we can get Carl out here.
All right, real quick. Let's have a little small segment on the next matchup. What do you think about this next matchup?
So we've been talking about MVPs, bro. And I'm sorry to tell y'all, but number 2 on my stat sheet is Ja Morant. Oh, he number 2. And although this isn't a matchup between the 2 MVP candidates, Joel Embiid and Ja Morant, I am looking forward to seeing Tyrese Maxey and Ja Morant go at each other. This is one game, the one game of the season that I would be okay with Embiid pulling Maxey to the side in the locker room and say, hey, you got the keys tonight. I'm going to back you up. I'm going to be right there if you need me, but I want you to have the keys tonight. You're going against one of the top guards in the league. Show why you belong in this league. That's what I'm looking forward to. He said, y'all gonna get 40. God.
All right. January 17th, after losing to the Washington Wizards, I made a post on Sixers 24/7 about what our record was going to be for the rest of January. I chose 6-1.
I chose 5-2.
He chose 5-2. Right now, this team, since that date, is
5-1.
5-1. Right?
Yes, sir.
And we about to face the toughest matchup
in that
stretch. All right. I ain't saying we can't beat them because I already seen us beat top tier teams. But to me, in my opinion, with the way Ja Morant is playing, this is going to be our toughest matchup. The Lakers was probably the second toughest, but that team is so disorganized right now. Dysfunctional stuff going on over there. It's craziness going on. It's all over social media, and that's why the chemistry is all jacked up over there. So I kind of figured that they couldn't stand a chance. I feel like we had good chances even with LeBron playing on that.
Oh yeah.
So with that being said, next game is the tell-all for the rest of this month. Whether we gonna be my 6-1 or Brian's 5-2.
And like I said, my 5-2 is not saying I don't think like I think I want us to win every game. Don't get it messed up. I want us to win every single game. But when I look at the schedule, I could pick a win and we'd probably be off that night and pick a loss. And I'm gonna be honest, this was one of the ones that I looked at and said I could see us going 5-2, losing that game to Memphis. But trust and believe, I'm rooting for the Sixers on Monday. It ain't no way in the world that I'm picking Memphis. I was just saying I could see us going next. So don't kill me in the comments saying BG ain't no real Sixers fan because I said we was going to go 5-2. Y'all know we can't win them all.
And we've lost to some teams that didn't have any stars at all. So
Yeah,
I don't want to say
we did lose to them. We did lose to them though. We lost to them bad too. They beat us bad.
Matisse also locked down Steph Curry and didn't allow that record to be had here. You know what I'm saying? We also beat Brooklyn, who were pretty good without Kyrie.
We also beat Chicago twice.
And we beat that team twice, who are currently sitting in first place.
We coming. Don't worry, Chicago. We'll see you in a minute.
I feel like we got a good chance. You know what I'm saying? It all depends, if our supporting. We're like the chances of Embiid giving us a dud there. You know what I'm saying? It can happen. It's not impossible. It definitely can happen.
It feels impossible.
But the way he's been playing lately,
it feels impossible.
Feels damn near impossible that Joel is gonna lay a dud. You know what I'm saying? Or if he allows management to give him low management and then all of a sudden he don't play, I highly doubt that.
This is his 20. Today was his 21st straight game playing this season too. Guys.
I don't think that ever happened his entire career.
This is his 21st straight game playing. 21st, so that's big. If you're a Sixers fan and you've been here for the ups and downs of Joel Embiid's career, that's a stat that nobody looks at. But if you're a Sixers fan, you realize that's
besides the COVID, that 8-2 run we had in the beginning of the season. By the way, he didn't miss any of those games neither.
I feel like, and they said his knee wasn't healthy then, and he still wasn't missing games. So, this is definitely big, man. This is definitely the best we've seen him be. This is the healthiest I think we've seen him be lately. Steven Adams does play him tough, Nas, but I think the type of player that Joel has become, Steven Adams don't stand a chance, dog. He fooled, yo. He fooled. He is going to be fooled. Like, I thought about that when we played Boston. When we played Boston, I was like, man, I hate Enes Kanter eating his freedom now. I hate him because he always played and be kind of good because he goes at the rebounds. He's a great screener. He's a great roller in a screen and roll game, and he has a slight offensive game. And the way Embiid, every time he looked him in his eyes, it looked like he was like, "I'm going to kill you."
Well, he ain't allow Horford to make him look foolish that last time around neither.
Yeah.
Which Horford normally does.
Embiid hasn't got outplayed by a center in 2022. Maybe a couple games here and there in the beginning of the season, but Embiid has not got outplayed by a big man in 2022.
You probably could argue the Lakers game, but when you look at that, wait, stop. Let me finish before you say no again. When you look at that roster, the way that roster was, they had no choice but to get that man the ball that many times.
Yeah,
that was their only savior.
He was.
You don't give AD that ball that many times. You know what I'm saying? They don't stand a chance at all.
Yeah.
So
AD was hooping. But I still give the nod. I give the nod to Embiid. A W. That's what mattered. He couldn't lead his team to victory. Our big man did. And off night.
I hate blaming refs. Like it happens. They be on some BS a lot. At the end of the day, I still feel strongly that if teams do what they do, it shouldn't go down to us blaming refs. You know what I'm saying? I can understand, a call at the end that we can argue about, like meaningful call. You know what I'm saying? Game deciding call. But I mean, for the most part, that's been their MO all season.
It almost was game decide. Man, that 5-second call, like literally when Niang literally turns to him while his hand is here. So the fifth count doesn't count until he goes out. He was right here with the fifth count. Niang turned and said timeout. He's 5 seconds. What? They showed the replay. I'm like, hold up. You can clearly see he wasn't on 5 yet. The rest was a little off tonight.
You didn't see the high school game clip that's floating around there on social media? The kid did the step back jumper from 3-point and the ref called the travel.
Oh,
it wasn't even a Harden type John where Harden takes the extra step back. My young boy just did a basic step back and got called for the travel. Unbelievable. These refs, bro. I mean, there's some dodo heads out there. You know, I don't know who gave them a striped shirt, but I don't know.
They don't wear stripes in the NBA.
Bro, you know what I mean.
We about to get out of. We
I
about
don't
to
know
get
who
out of
gave
here.
him a whistle. How about that? I don't know who gave him a
There
whistle.
you go. Before we get out of here, I just want to address this real quick. Nas, it ain't about overpowering. And B takes what the defense get him. He knows Steven Adams is pretty strong. What's Steven Adams going to do in that mid range? What he going to do when it be face up and triple threat him and go right by him? It's over with. It's over.
All right. So that's it. We way over our time. We gave you 10 extra minutes. We got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. I know there's people out there that use Twitch. I know there's a lot of people out there that use Twitch. And if you don't know, a lot, even news radio stations these days are doing their stuff over the radio waves and on Twitch. Like, so, you know, Twitch is bigger than just video games and whatever else other people are using it for. So we're just all over the place because we want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want you guys to be seen and be heard. So we're using every platform we can and taking advantage of it. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, don't forget. Go ahead, tell him, Deadpool. Look, he just started watching us, and he already know the way it go. Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Because if you ain't here, we don't know where you at. Let's go Sixers.
Let's go Sixers. See y'all on Monday.